I wrote a blog that was called Your Whiteness Will Not Save You. And I wanted people in Kentucky to see we're on the bottom and we are all striving to just make it, right, and robbing Peter to pay Paul. And you have this belief that we are that different. Like there are places in Kentucky where they cannot even drink their water, where they're collecting rainwater. Mitch McConnell's not collecting rainwater to drink his water. You see, and that's what I want people to see. The very people you are supporting are not supporting you, have let your counties and towns and cities fail. And, they're steady at the top, and we need people that are willing to speak truth to power. We have nothing to lose at this point.
Exactly.
So right about that.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't remember a time such as this. I'm sure my mom and grandmother and everybody before me remembers a time where, we as black folks, had to endure the colored bathroom.
Yes.
Couldn't go into restaurants. There was much segregation. And now I think that we've become complacent.
Yes.
And this administration, Trump, the alleged president, has just brought out a lot of stuff. You remember there was a time that if you were kind of like prejudiced or racist, you couldn't let that out freely like you can now. There was a sense of shame, to that. And Betsy's here, and she represents, I don't know, I just think she light-skinned, actually. But
I have the hair.
Yes. There was something going on way back then, okay? But look, I'm going to put you on the spot here for a second. You just heard what Hannah Drake said.
Mm-hmm.
And on that side of being white, being a woman, seeing the things that you've seen and the things that you've had to endure as well, to see some of your friends go through, like such as myself.
Right.
What goes through your mind? What goes through, your soul when you see Trump make these tropes, and winking, like if you're in the know, you're gonna know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me extremely angry, and Hannah, you're not aware, but I grew up in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So the last few years have been a shock to me too. I knew we had racism in Georgia, but I also thought that we had gotten better until the last 4 years. And I have seen things out of friends that I thought were like me, who are not. And it's been extremely challenging for me to address them and talk to them and see the things that are happening. So it makes me physically ill because I was not raised that way. And I thought we had changed. And I saw exactly what Kim said. People have just been holding it inside, and it's always still been there. And we have to figure out a way to change that. I don't know how to do that yet. We all have to come together to do that, because there are more people like me than there are like that. And it's the minority that are speaking out, not the minority in terms of race. But the white supremacists are a small group who have come into great power, and we have to outmaneuver them. So I encourage all of the people of my race to come out, speak out. Don't accept it when you're in the room, because also when you're raised in the South, you don't make waves. And I have learned to make big waves.
Yes, you have.
The last few years.
Betsy's out here speaking up really loudly. I'll let you all know that.
I just want to make sure that everybody who hears my voice today, who is white, believes, stands up, fights back, don't tolerate any speech from your family, from your friends, who cause other people to be seen as less or to not be heard. You need to stand up. We all need to stand up and be there. So I hope that's what you were asking for.
Yes, ma'am, it is. Also, have you lost some tenured relationships, or, have you lost some connectivity with family members because of the stance that you have taken for equality for all people?
I can be honest and say not in my family, because they're all like me.
Okay, great.
But I can say friends that I have grown up with, I have become separated from. People that I thought were very much like me who I have found out were not. So I have lost a lot of friends that way, but I have made so many more to take their place that are like me, as Hillary would say. I found my Hillary. So
that's right.
I'm happy.
You got family right
That's
here.
Right.
You know, you got family right here. And State Representative Reginald Meeks, you know, what goes through your mind being in Frankfort, being a legislator, and you see what's happening in our country, but not so much as in our country, but you're seeing the implications of this administration right here in your home state, in your hometown of Louisville right here.
It really wears you out from the inside. It wears your soul down because you've seen this play before.
Yeah.
You've seen this book before. You've seen this chapter before. The thing that keeps me going is that I know that this too shall pass. This man will no longer be in the White House.
Hallelujah.
Can we get him out now? Okay. I want to make my case right here. I'm no attorney. I know you're an attorney. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. They can't because they're not attorneys, but you are. Okay? I think he needs to go out of that White House right now on his butt. I think there's enough evidence right now to get him and remove him out of office. And anyone who stands in the way of a fair trial, Mitch McConnell, should be implicated, impeached, and removed as well. I think that our Attorney General, allegedly, of the United States, Barr, I think he needs to be impeached and removed as well. And everything just goes on and on and on. So I want to bring up about Lev Parnas today.
All of this will come out. You know, what's done.
It's coming out now that they're all complicit.
They're all complicit.
They're complicit. They're corrupt. This has got to be the worst presidency in United States history.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
And this is what gets me about that because, and we all know Trump's slogan of "Make America Great Again," which
we made
was
America
weak.
great from the beginning. We built this country.
But the people that support him, what always bothers me is if you truly cared about America and you truly love America the way that you say you do, all this patriotism, why wouldn't you want to know if the president of the United States is doing something corrupt against America? So for me, it makes me know it's really not about patriotism.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's really about other things, and we all know typically what it's been about. It's been about power and racism,
absolutely.
period. Because if somebody was doing something and I love this country, I would say, well, what happened? I want to know.
Yes.
Because I love, and so when they say, well, we love America and you don't, I'm thinking, it's because I love this country
Right.
that I want the truth to come out. And I don't care what president did. A president cannot conspire with a foreign nation.
No one is above the law.
No one's
No
above
one
the
is.
law.
All of us would be locked up right
All
now
of us.
without bail if we did just one or two of
All
the
of us.
things that they've done.
If we just said we're not going to show up to court, like they give them subpoenas, I'm just not going.
Would
We'd be
never
locked up.
Okay, let us do
And
that.
That's
Let
why
us do that.
everybody in Kentucky, everybody
Can
in
we do
Kentucky,
that? Can we do that?
we should make sure that McConnell hears from us.
Yes.
Yes.
And that we tell McConnell we have to have fair, transparent hearings.
Yes.
Because he has been upfront about being
Right.
in the president's corner. Being
Yes.
the president's lapdog.
And he
How can
doesn't
you take that
phone
off?
calls, and he doesn't take, you can call and leave a message, but he's not going to talk to you.
Right.
So volume is the only thing that stops him. Of course, the phones get shut down on occasion.
Right.
But you still have to be loud in any way that you can. There is a press conference, by the way, Tuesday at noon. Charles Booker will be having a press conference
In front of McConnell's
in front
office.
of McConnell's office. If everybody
We'll
would
be
show
there.
up, that would be lots of volume of people. That would be amazing. So that's 601 West Broadway in front of McConnell's office.
Here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Here in Louisville, Kentucky, if you can come.
He's trying to
He's running against Mitch.
he's
running in the primary.
Mitch McConnell. We had the opportunity to meet another candidate that you may not have heard of. Her name is Maggie Jo. Hilliard.
Yes.
She was wonderful and great as well. She was down there with us on a rapid response action with MoveOn.org. We did 24 hours starting Thursday morning with a press conference and everything. It was amazing. And yes, I was out in the cold for too long. I got sick. I barely made it here today, but you know what? It's worth it.
That's dedication.
But counselor, attorney, Meeks, and friend. I love him. I love Reggie Meeks so much. Is it possible that this man Trump can get out of office? Yes or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. I rest my case. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you to Hannah Drake. She doesn't know, but I'm going to try to coerce her, twist her arm and everything else, that she becomes a part of the Jones Report until she gets her own radio show and be part of the team here. And thank you to my wonderful co-host, State Representative Reginald Meeks and Betsy Foster. I love you guys. And hey, America will be back next Sunday. This is Kimberly Cecil Jones.
3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. As for me, Kimberly Cecil Jones and ANC, we'll see you next week. You have been listening to the Jones Report with Kimberly Cecil Jones and ANC. Tune in every Sunday at 11 a.m. here on Power 106.3 FM.